I'm sure you all would love a buttered dewdrop cookie. According to epicurious.com, that's the original name for our classic chocolate chip cookie. Every holiday or special occasion in the Smith household, it is filled with the scent of warm baked cookies. For decades, Aunt Deb's chocolate chip cookies have been baked by the dozens for my family to enjoy. Whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, or just because, these cookies are sure to not disappoint. To make the cookies, you need a few ingredients, including brown sugar, pudding, which is our secret ingredient that makes the cookies extra moist, butter, flour, sugar, eggs, vanilla extract, and a package of chocolate chip cookie dough. And most of all, don't forget the baking soda because it's very important. To start, you're going to want to take 1 cup of butter, which is equal to 2 sticks of butter. You want to let this butter sit out for a little while before baking, and so it's soft and will mix well. Add your butter to a mixing thing. I prefer to use salted sweet cream butter because I think it gives the best flavor. We're going to add the butter, then add the sugar, which I already have measured out. You're going to want 1/4 of a cup. Add that to your bowl. Then you're going to want 3/4 of a cup of packed brown sugar. I'm going to show you how to pack it so that you do it right and your cookies turn out best. While packing the brown sugar, try to avoid clumps. Add it to your 3/4 of a measurement cup. Slowly pack it in using the back of your spoon to press the brown sugar in. Press it down until you reach the top of the rim of your measuring cup. Once you do this, add the packed brown sugar to your bowl. Then, we're going to want to add our box of pudding, which is the most important ingredient that you can add. You're going to want to use vanilla instant pudding. I prefer to use the kind by Jell-O, but you can use off-brand also if you would like. Then, add your baking soda. Add that to your bowl. You're going to want 1 teaspoon of that. Then, we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. After that, use a mixer or a whisk. You can use a whisk similar to this, or a wooden spoon if you don't have an electric mixer. I prefer the electric mixer because it gets a more even mixing. On medium speed, mix your bowl so that you can break up the butter and mix it evenly. The softer your butter is, the easier it is to mix. You can get soft butter by letting it sit out for about 30 minutes before baking. You want to make sure you break all of the pieces up so you don't have any large chunks of butter. Large chunks of butter will lead to small cookies that are very limp. Once it's to this consistency, you are good. Then, we're going to add our eggs. 2 eggs. And then beat again until it's fluffy. The eggs will allow it to become more fluffy and have a smoother texture because they add moisture. It will be a golden color, and you want to beat it until it has a good, smooth consistency, making sure that you have all the ingredients in it. Once it looks like this, you're good. Now it's time to add the flour. We are adding 2.5 cups of flour. Pour your flour in and mix again. This is important that you get all the flour that goes up on the edges. As you can see here, there's flour on the edges, and we want to make sure to use the mixer to get that flour. Get all the flour added in so that you can't see any one specific ingredient sticking out from the others. This is a very important step because this is the base to your cookie. After this, we simply add chocolate chips and you're ready to go. We will do 1 package of Nestle mini chocolate chips. You want to make sure to use mini because then when you bite into your cookie, you don't get 1 bite of just chocolate. You get a nice mixture of everything and it adds to the whole experience. Mixing the chocolate chips in is the most difficult part because at this point your mixture is pretty thick. You want to try and make sure you get chocolate chips all the way down to the bottom of the mixture. If you have too many chocolate chips in one spot, your cookie may just be a bite of chocolate, and that won't be as enjoyable. Once your cookie dough looks like this, you're ready to bake. At this point, we will come over here to a non-stick cookie sheet. If you don't have a non-stick cookie sheet, you could try using parchment paper. You place the parchment paper on the cookie sheet and it allows it to come off without sticking, and you have a clean cookie sheet. For your cookies, you're going to use your hand and you want to get a size of cookie dough that is about like this. Instead of pressing it down like a typical cookie, you just want to drop it on the plate. This keeps it nice and moist. We will do this multiple times until you have enough cookies to put it in the oven. If this seems like too much work for you and you don't want to put this much in, we could use Nestle Toll House chocolate chip cookies. They're not going to taste as good, but you still get the effect of a chocolate chip cookie. When it comes to baking, you want to preheat your oven to 375. This is the perfect temperature to get a golden brown cookie. When you place the cookie in the oven, you want to cook it for 9.5 minutes, no longer and no shorter. It may not look done whenever you're ready to take the cookie out, but I assure you that it is, because once you bring it out, it will continue to cook on the cookie sheet. Then you're going to want to come over, and here we have cookies that have already come out of the oven. They are pre-cooked. We have cooling racks that we can take the cookies off of here, place them onto to allow them to cool. Once this happens, let them sit for 30 minutes and they're ready to enjoy.